Welcome to the Real CP Show. I am your host, CP. In today's topic, this black woman, they went way over there to China, to Shanghai or whatever other place she was going to. If that was her main place or connecting, however it go, don't care. Relating to this topic, this black woman went into this Shanghai, China retail store and she felt racially followed. Did she get her Remindment card? Because I'm like, okay, I guess. Right? Now, watch this. How many times have certain number of Black American men have did their travels and things like that over there in different places now and enjoying themselves, and ones that are back in the States but they're traveling when they can to different places to sit there and experience different cultures, and if they feel like they want to date another culture personnel, that's their dang choice. Just like you can't tell a woman what to do with her body. And unfunny how you got certain numbers of Sister Chaos members, and however numbers of feminists and some pro women feminist guys, etc., that got some freaking nerve that they all in the pockets of what black males, who black males are dating. But when numbers of Sister of Chaos members and all these other high people, when they date who they want to date from a different culture or background, then it's their choice. Boy, tell that game in itself. But it's interesting how when you have some numbers of black males, black American males, and say, for instance, some situations happen. Say they didn't do anything wrong themselves, but maybe something happened where some people got jealous or whatever it is, and some situation happened, and say, they had to come back to America. Or some situation where maybe they got drugged or whatever it might be. You'll have some Sister of Cast members. See, that's their get. See, they always going to these third world countries, and they go to these countries and they're trying to sleep with these kind of women because they can't deal with a strong black woman, blah, 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 yabba, 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 etc. You get the point, right? But as soon as some of these Sister of Chaos members, like super clockwork, going to these different places, and all of a sudden they think they can come up with that shitty attitude that they got toward numbers of black males on a consistent basis in America, that they can take that shitty attitude to some other countries and think they can go off on some other male in some other countries. Oh, and they show them. And what happens to number Sister of Chaos? Can y'all help us? Help us over here. Hey, y'all got some resources to help us out? But they wouldn't look at a black male in America if his life depended upon it. Do you understand? See, this is why a certain number, quite a number, 99.9% Sisters of Chaos members, and there's the ones who are wanting to get in that category, they can't stand black American men. But they'll laugh at quite a number of black American men. They say those silly Negro males, they keep sweating us, and we don't really want them. Do you understand? The one supplies too. Anyway, so let me go ahead and share my screen to this. Actually, before I do this, see, they want black American men to, again, keep sweating these type of Sister of Chaos members, no matter what they do, no matter what kind of nonsensical bakaka behavioral topolopinus other behaviors, doesn't matter. What do you mean by that? Come here. Don't box. Over there. Why? Come here. Stop. Come here. Don't box. Over there. Why? Come here. But this is what they also want Black American men to keep trying to sweat for. Sweat ones like this as well. Right? Now, can't say that this one and the image that had her remindment, if that's the same category, but under logical analysis would say most likely there's something about most likely that their mouth also would get very chauvinisticness toward Black American males in America. Now, unless she's a Black adjacent cosplayer, which there are ones that do it, but let's just say she's regular Black American woman. That mouth gets shystified upon Black Americans, males left and right, no matter what. No matter what. They say, how you doing today, sister? I ain't interested. Well, I'm just saying, how you doing? Don't ask me. You know what I'm talking about, right? So let's go ahead and share my screen. Because some else I want to also show you to also put something in perspective. Let me just go ahead and, share this particular main video right here. Again, for fair usage doctrine under fair usage doctrine, again, under fair usage doctrine, what I also call time, peace, purpose. Today is May the 7th, 2026.
She's following me. Do you see? Being Black is so crazy. Look, guys. She's still there. It's so crazy. I'm gonna keep walking so you guys can see. She's following me. Do you see? Being Black is so crazy.
So being Black is so crazy when you want to have sympathy. And using that kind of high tonality voice that she's using, oh no, that matters not. They say, Negro, look in the mirror. Because sometimes there are some Black women, once applies to that try to put on what some people say is a valley-ish type voice. Some people know that no. Right? And they say, no, you cannot be like certain numbers of women within the Panamanian culture, no matter how much you wish upon a star. Right? Instead of loving who you are, that historical powerhouse, historical phenotype of beautifulness, they just can't understand that concept. Right? And Black comes in different shades, but they can't get it through their thick skull, nonsensical mentalities. Right? Well, I want to sit there and show you something. Well, I want to show you that particular part before I share my screen on something, because let's show you some of these comments on this other particular situation I came across right here. This is about the last thing show. It's a real quick show. You see Black American woman in Shanghai followed around by a store worker, stereotyping. Make sure you can see this. Okay. Stereotype in action. She posted a video of the employee shadowing her everywhere. Such and such entity stats show Black Americans are arrested for larceny/theft at rates over 10 times higher than Asians. Stereotypes exist for a reason, even in China. See, this piece of slackerness, right? A patachiness of a chameleon's toenails. It's so ridiculous. And there are people who know that numbers of Black Americans won't even catch it. Which Asians are they talking about? Asia is a continent that's made up of dozens of countries, and then you start talking about thousands and thousands of islands, and how many make up of many ethnicities, prefectures, you get the point. Iran, by the way, is an Asian country. Iraq is an Asian country. Armenia is an Asian country. Do you think they're including Armenians? You think it includes Indians from India? Of course not. But this is the silliest, most of tonalicness of Kamayantos that they keep playing on numbers of millions within Black Americanism with few exceptions. To not question these people nonsensical tonalicness. Right? Ain't talking about larceny and theft. Are they crazy? The main progenitors of theft and larceny in any kind of collective logicalness analysis. And these stats are numbers of personnel within a pedometer-based culture. And you got numbers of Black American let people play these little disturbing little games. And unfortunately, there's also some ones that what I call the Carlton effect. They wish to goodness gracious that they didn't have any kind of shade of blackness. There are some dance and step and fetch it also attached within certain parts of Black Americanism. And there also ones may not be Black Americanism, but they are still a pseudo step and fetch it, but they are cosplaying Black ones. Mm. So pattern recognition is international. Look, I'm white. Which white? Right here, that game. For the first 2 weeks that I went to the Korean American run store down the road, they watch me like hawks. Some people of every race will steal. I never did and never will. Now I walk in, they smile and just say hi. Comport, who the heck? Comport yourself properly, and people will treat you properly. This will happen anywhere you go that isn't used to having a lot of tourists. Regardless of your skin tone, in the Asian country, they will also loudly tell you that they don't have sizes big enough for you. If larger than American size, too. If larger than American size, too. Boy, these people right here. You can't make the term the usual suspects go viral without the usual suspects. You know what they're talking about? They mean anti-Black American. I'm 71 years old, white. Which white? You saw the generic element, they say white. I remember as a teenager growing up in Marin County, I was followed around department stores too. I don't think this is strictly a race thing. She's 71 years old. Do you know 71 years old, there are still basically a form of what do you call it? Formal segregation going on in America? You saw these little foolish little cretin type of ones within certain parts of the Panamanian culture, how they love trying to play trick-a-roni type tactics. It's not a stereotype if it's 99% true. See, these people are telling quite a number of Black Americans race is still first. Pattern recognition is a thing, which is code word saying Black Americans are stealing. They think Black Americans steal. Do you understand? Even China has experienced the fatigue, in my humble opinion. You see how these little, you see these games they playing? Maybe it's because they are the ones shoplifting way over in China, right? Paranoia will destroy you. You see how that goes. Well, statistics don't lie. Well, statistics don't lie to sit there and say the most people who are prostitutions are Caucasian women. The people who do the most harmful stuff in America's history is personnel within the Panamanian culture. Statistics show the people who are drug addicts, drug sellers, are personnel within a predominant culture. The statistics show the people who are the arsons are ones within a predominant culture, males and females. The statistics show the ones that do the most RAPE are numbers of males within a predominant culture. Do you understand, people? The ones who do the most heinous, embezzlement is numbers of men and women within the Panamanian culture, but they don't want to talk about those stats. Do you understand, people? And they know it's not enough Black Americans to sit there and use their mentalities in a collective way that's saying they've had about enough of people with these nonsensical demologies of tactics. And the thing about it in sadly in closing is that, see, there are certain numbers of Black American women. I'm not talking about the small numbers who don't act like the collective. But that ain't good enough. That ain't good enough. See, they think that Black American men are supposed to be willing again to put their lives on the line, no matter where at. No matter if it's in America, no matter what, an overall amount within Black American womenism hate Black Americans, males. They don't want to listen. They don't want to follow any kind of reality information. They don't want to follow. They just want to sit there and use Black males in a convenient way. Pay their bills, pay for hair, pay for dependent mortgages, pay whatever. And what are they going to offer? Themselves. Do you understand? We're talking about the collective way. This is how much disrespect that they show Black American males in a collective way. Black American males in another country and trying to enjoy themselves. Some Black American women, the ones it applies to, who've been calling Black Americans males dusty and broke and nothing and all kinds of stuff like that. They don't want to deal anything with Black Americans, males and stuff like that. While at the same time sitting there running behind Black Americans, males to see what they're doing, especially in these certain countries. Some people know that wouldn't even thought about numbers of Black American women overall in the last 10 years. Now you got more and more and more numbers of Black women going to see what's going on over there in that country, see what's going on in that country. And they were reporting back. See, they think that there's not enough Black American males that know what's going on. And that's true. Because there are some Black American males saying, well, we don't care. So what? That's the problem. There's not to be a collective amount of Black American males that need to be sitting there roasting these Black American women. Not even worth that. But just ignoring these Black American women ain't doing nothing. At least to sit there and share reality information with one another, right? At least. And there are a few good Black American males say, look, they're not sitting there getting involved in any types of stuff chaos. When they see them, they like, nope, they not even dealing with them. You cannot be all Black. No. You're not going to sit there and try to play both fences. You sit there and dug in the snake pit. You must jump into the snake pit and take the snakes out yourselves. And it's a hard thing for numbers of Black American males to do that. But numbers of these Black American women, Sister of Chaos members, once applies to, again, they will walk right past the bodies of Black American males and not think not 2 cents about it. But at the same time, they want Black American males to put their lives on the line within America, the lives on the line in various other countries. And there are videos out there all over different places where these little slicey type of Sister of Chaos members in these different countries, they sitting there reporting back about Black American men. They won't sit there and say nothing to them. Black American men, this and all that, and all this kind of stuff like that. Do you understand? But they won't talk about why do you think Black American men overall ain't trying to sit there and do all that? Well, they quiet on that. See how the game goes. Again, numbers of Sisters of Chaos, they dug themselves into the pit of snake venom. Then they sit there and jump themselves in there and sit there and try to get the antidote out. And there is no collective antidote. They dug it, they live it, oh wellness. I thank you for tuning in to the Real CP Show.